of Tunes, Volume 7, Murder by Numbers, 1, 2, 3. In this episode, we're taking on the song by The Police. We'll talk a little bit about the band, about the song, the album, etc. Break down the music. So here goes. First of all, for context, this is a song that came out of the album Synchronicity. This song is sort of a microcosm of that idea. It starts off with Stu Copeland laying down a beat, and this is one where it was live recordings, but in different rooms. It was set up in a big house, I guess, in Montserrat, which is a little tropical island in the Caribbean, a volcanic island, which may portend the future of the band slightly. And so they're doing this room recording, and Stu Copeland imposes this certain beat that at first listen seems like it's not a perfect fit for the chord progression that Andy Summers is laying out there. And the two things seem a little bit at odds until then Sting brings in his vocal melody, and that kind of knits the whole thing together. And with that kind of jingly Murder by Numbers, swagger moving through, it keeps the verse moving along and gives it a definition until then the chorus hits and it all comes together. And then you really do get that synchronized feeling as it locks together in that, and Sting almost sounds like he's conducting when he gives that 1, 2, 3, that he's keeping them locked in together. And then the whole rest of the song, obviously you have the usual improvisations and embellishments by Stu Copeland, where he's such a creative drummer that he's, racing ahead, he's lagging behind, he's landing on the one, he's accenting and shifting, things around the entire time. And then you have this really incredible gymnastic chord progression that Andy Summers is weaving through there. So I'm going to throw it over to Grant, who's going to do the demo on this one. Later on, I'll explore the chords a little bit myself, but he does a really nice job. So I'm going to let him do that, the heavy lift on that one. And I'll see you back here after to wrap it all up.
Hell yeah, killer tunes. Murder by Numbers. All right, tricky song. So hard, it's so killer.
This is a song that was not released as a single. Exactly. It did, however, appear on the flip side, on the B-side of Every Breath You Take, which is probably the most memorable, at least commercially speaking, did the most business of any song, I think, off this album. The album went multi-platinum, so it was a tremendous hit, and it's kind of crazy that after this album, there is no more original new Police music. That's it. It's over. And so, parallels could be drawn between that and the island of Montserrat itself, where they did their recording, where ultimately that was a volcanic eruption on that island too. And so a lot of the forces that churning below the surface and the tectonic push and pull of creativity within the band also reached its peak here. 5 songs of the original 10 on Synchronicity, the album, were released as singles. This song did not appear on the original vinyl. And I learned that by talking to my cousin Bob, who's one of my music gurus. And he mentioned the fact that on his original copy, it was not included on the track list. Not until the cassette and CD versions and maybe some other, I don't know, other versions of the LP, I don't know. But originally it was not there. It was a 10-track recording. And so that's kind of interesting and a little bit telling too, that this was not one that they're leading with. Doesn't get a lot of radio attention. The Police have so many great songs, and so many of us, I think, when we think of the Police, we think about the songs that appear as singles on Every Breath You Take, the compilation and the greatest hits and that sort of stuff. But some of their songs are so amazing. So go back, listen to some of the album tracks. You don't have to do that much homework. Go on, if you don't have physical copies of these, wherever you stream music, check out album for album up until you get up until Ghost in the Machine and then Synchronicity, and then you'll see kind of like the development of the band. But if you listen to all those other earlier albums too, there's really cool stuff on there. One of my personal favorite Police songs I never get tired of is Driven to Tears. So cool. And so definitely put that one on your list to check out if you don't know. I remember really loving some of their earlier stuff like So Lonely, that it gives you a feel for that ska influence, and also hearing Andy let loose once in a while. He is like kind of a controlled player, almost like the way Alex Lifeson of another famous power trio there, Rush. They're such a supportive and, by my listening, like low ego, super high taste players, where they don't waste a note. They're not looking to dominate, the sound platform. And so, they end up doing things that are really subtle and really amazing to listen for. And so this is no different. This is a cool one. We can slow down what Grant was doing in his demonstration here, and we'll just look at some of these chords. Have fun with it, and I'll see you on the next one.